Azerbaijan Airlines burst into flames after crashing near the Aktau city of Kazakhstan. Reuters has reported and has said that this has in fact been confirmed by the emergency ministry of the country. The plane was en route from Azerbaijan's capital Baku to Grozny in Russia's Chechnya, but was rerouted due to fog at the destination. A video showed the aircraft rapidly losing altitude and started banking to its right. It crashed into an open field and burst into flames. Reports also indicate that there are at least 25 survivors as far as this plane is concerned. Let me bring in at this moment Christina Meliek. She's the correspondent for Sputnik, that's the news agency in Russia. Thank you, Christina, for joining us with details on this story. At this moment, what are the rescuers telling you? How many people have been rescued and what's the situation on the ground?
Hello. As far as we know, that an Azerbaijan Airlines plane flying from Baku to Grozny crashed in Kazakhstan. There were 62 passengers and 5 crew members on board. Among them was 16 Russian citizens and 37 Azerbaijani citizens, and as well as 6 Kazakhs and 3 Kyrgyz citizens. As far as we know, 27 survivors were taken to hospitals after the plane crash in Kazakhstan. That's the information we got from the Ministry of Emergency Situations of Kazakhstan. As far as we know as well, 52 rescues and 11 units of equipment from the Ministry of Emergency Situation is still working on the plane crash. And the plane crash was a collision of flock of birds. So the special commissions should conduct an investigation in the connection of the crash. That's all what we know from the Minister of Transport and from the Minister of Emergency Situation of Kazakhstan.
Right. Christina, also any word as far as the reason for this crash, any initial information why this plane suddenly, in fact, crashed?
As far as we know, the cause was a collision with a flock of birds.
All right. Thank you for joining us with all those details at this moment. In fact, Christina giving us a view of what had happened at this moment. 27 people have been taken to the hospital after this plane crashed. Let me also bring in Sanjay Lazar, aviation expert, who is with us at this moment. Vishnu Shom, my colleague, is also, in fact, with us. All right. We'll go to Vishnu in just a short while from now. But Mr. Lazar, thank you so much for joining us. You've seen the video as well, and it suddenly happened. I mean, the plane requested emergency landing, and it suddenly, even before people could react, it was on a very quick spiral down before it crashed, sir.
Yes. First of all, it's a tragic accident, and the visuals. I've gone through a number of videos from various angles, and it's reported that the aircraft was en route to Baku and was diverted due to fog. It did circle a bit here and then suddenly plummeted. Now, I heard your other correspondent from Sputnik talking about a bird hit, but I can't seem to imagine that it could be such a disastrous bird hit at such a height, and it suddenly crash landed in a ball of flame, which I think probably we'd have to wait for the investigations and look deeper into it. But it's miraculous that 27 people were taken to the hospital. We believe there are between 20 and 25 survivors. I'm praying that they recover more. But, looking at the way that it imploded on impact and, just burst into flames, hard to say that there would be more. But, we are keeping our fingers crossed and praying. But it will be interesting to, see what the results of an investigation would be. Because there don't seem to be any impact of birds initially in any of the videos that I have seen, or sudden deceleration. So it's quite a mystery. And this is an Embraer, and it's been a reasonably safe aircraft in all versions. They've had about 7 or 8 accidents so far, but this is really unusual. So I'm sure the people at Embraer will also want to look at it and chip in.
That is exactly what I was coming to next, just to get a sense of the aviation safety record of Azerbaijan as well, and the airlines. Like you said, that relatively there hasn't been much, in fact, mishaps as far as this airlines is concerned. In that regard, could you also tell us what aircraft was this, and what make was this aircraft, and any information regarding that?
This is an Embraer, and this is a Brazilian aircraft. It's a reasonable, that's what I was talking about, a reasonably safe type of aircraft. And, a couple of, an Indian airline also operates it within India, and it's had a very good safety record by and large. So I would not put it on the aircraft type, or it's got to do with other circumstances. Azerbaijan Airlines has an average safety record, so there's nothing to write home about, nor is there anything to panic about. This has to be something out of the ordinary. During the history of Embraer, they've only had 8, serious accidents so far, like I said. And I do not believe that this is, something to do with the aircraft. I think it's something else. So probably, like I said, I'd rather, discretion is the better part of valor here. I'd rather wait for an investigation to report what the facts are than speculate.